Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Simply Miss Bridget, and today I thought we would do a makeup application basics 101. So today I'm going to show you the tools that I use, the application that I use, and the steps that I take. So today we're going to be going from this to this. All right, so let's get into it. I thought we would start with our tools and we'll talk about each one that we will need, and then we'll go ahead and get started with the process. So to begin, we're gonna need brushes. You can use your hands. I know that is a way to do it as well. I know that's kind of how I started out as well, but then I've kind of learned that using brushes is actually pretty fun. All right, so since we are gonna start with foundation and we'll go to concealer and stuff like that, we'll go with the face brushes first. So the brushes that we will need for the face are going to include these four. Here we're gonna have a foundation brush, just something easy. The thing I like about this brush is that it is pretty dense, it's nice to apply, and it's really nice. And then this brush here is going to be a Morphe M6 brush. Another application that you can use for when putting on your foundation is going to be a beauty blender. So this, you just wet it down and then it can like dab the makeup on. This is actually really nice. It's how I started putting my makeup on before I started using brushes actually. It was from hands to this to brushes. Now for concealer, since that is going to be our next step, we are going to go with another Morphe M173 brush, and this is going to be, it's nice, just kind of like the foundation one, it's pretty thick, and that is where we're going to apply concealer underneath our eyes or anywhere else that you may want to just kind of brighten that spot up. Other face brushes that we'll be using, I've got this Morphe R14 brush, and this is going to be for blush. I like this one so far. It picks up the product really nice is something that I like about it, and it just applies really nicely. It's not too big, but it's big enough for the cheek. And last but not least, this is a brand new brush to me, but I've actually really liked it compared to some other highlighting brushes, and that's gonna be an e.l.f. brush, and that is just this little guy here for highlighting. It picks up product really nice, unlike some other ones, kind of like the blush brush. But yeah, no, I really like this one for highlighter. It just puts it on so smoothly. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to eyes. What will we need for eyes? I have raved about these brushes before, and they're so good. They don't shed on me, I've noticed, and I've used them for a while. And as cheap and inexpensive as they are, they're great brushes. Now these are all from e.l.f. You can find them at Target, Walmart, probably like a CVS, like a drugstore. All right, so I'm gonna have a blending brush for my eyes. Now that is going to look like this. A little bit thicker, kind of just to be able to push around more makeup. I have two of them just in case I need to use two today. And then I also have two of this one. This isn't just an eyeshadow brush. They are a little bit thinner, but they're good for stapling on. They're just like pushing eyeshadow into the eye. That is what I like these ones for. Pretty basic, but I don't know, you don't need anything too crazy. Now let's get into the products that we'll be using today, and then we can go ahead and play with some makeup. All right, so let's show you what we've got for face products that we'll be using. Okay, so here is gonna be all the products we are using for the face. Let's start with the first one. We've got this Clinique Moisture Surge. It is always important to use a good moisturizer on the skin before you start. It provides a good foundation for your foundation. Next, we will be going in with a primer, and this is just from Maybelline Master Prime. We'll start with that. Another good option to start with, I love to start with chapstick, so this is gonna be probably one of the first steps that we go in with. Next, we've got this Maybelline Fit Me product. This is gonna be our foundation for today. Just any foundation's gonna work, whatever you prefer. And then we will go in with a concealer, and I've got this CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer. And I like this one so far, and the packaging is actually really cute. We will go in with a brow product. Any brow product works. I just like this Precisely My Brow Pen, because I like my brows actually a little bit thinner on the thin side, kind of like a 90s feel. I really like that look actually. After I do my brows, I just like to add a Easy Breezy Brow by CoverGirl. This is just a gel. I just think it kind of pulls the look of the brows together. You pencil them in and then you add some gel and it kind of makes it look like a whole look. After that, I will go in with some Smashbox 24-hour Photo Finish Shadow Primer. This is gonna keep my eyeshadow looking good all day, and I really do like this one. So we'll put that down probably in the very first option that I use, just so that way it can have time to sit on the eyes before I apply my eyeshadow. And then next we'll go in with this blush. This is from Milani, something you can just find at Target. I really like this one. Then we've got some highlighter. I do enjoy using a highlighter, and this is gonna be from Jeffree Star. This is Sarcophagus. It is just a really nice skin colored highlighter that I just really like. I have played with this a lot already. Just really simple, really pretty. I like that one a lot. Mascara, any mascara works. I've found this one at Target. This is from L'Oreal Voluminous / Paradise. This one's not too bad actually. Some people say it's a dupe for some other higher end ones, so I really like this one. And final, for a lip product, I am just going to go ahead and use this Fenty Beauty lip gloss. Really simple, really nice, just adds a little touch. Okay, so there we go. Those are the products that we'll be using, and we can go ahead and get started. So like I said, moisturizer is going to be your friend when you are applying a full face of makeup, and today I'm going in with the Clinique. So let's get started. So when I'm applying this, I'll just let it sit on the skin until it really just soaks in and it's not wet anymore. So we'll just let that sit for a moment. And in that time, we can actually go in with a eyeshadow primer while we wait for this to soak in. Now, one other product that I really like to have on me is baby wipes. I just really, or you could do paper towels, whatever, really works. But just to clean up my hands as I go through the process, maybe wipe my brushes off if I want to change the color. I use these every single time and they're very useful. All right, so that's it for moisturizer. Let's just throw some chapstick on real quick. Just makes you feel kind of good to be fully moisturized. I like that feeling. Okay, so that first product that we're gonna go in with is going to be an eyeshadow primer. We're putting this on while we wait for the moisturizer to soak into our skin. And this I just apply with my fingers. I don't use too much. I'll go ahead and show you. Just this much will do. That could even be too much, but that'll be fine. So we'll go ahead and we'll get this on. Alrighty. And this will just make the eyeshadow stay on longer. It makes it appear brighter is what it claims. I think it works. I mean, I use it every time and I'm always happy at the end of the day with how it looks compared to not using it. You don't need to use an eyeshadow primer, but it does help to have a base down for your eyeshadow. It does help. So, you know, why not make your eyeshadow go just that much further? One thing I will start with next while I wait for all this is going to be my eyebrows actually. So let's go ahead and put some eyebrows on. Everybody's gonna have different preferences of how they like their eyebrows, and some people are just lucky enough to not have to use a brow product because they have fantastic brows, but not me. I probably overplucked in high school, and I will continue to do so because I kind of like the sassy little thin eyebrows. Okay, so we just want to line that lower part here, and then we just kind of do strokes throughout the eyebrow. And you can see how this is coming together already. Just putting this tail end on helps a lot. I just kind of brush through it, especially like the thinner parts. Okay, that's starting to look really nice. And then I'll go ahead and do that to the other one. All right, and that might be the best I'm doing today. Then, like I said, I'm gonna go in with a brow gel just to like cover them, just to kind of make them come together, because if you see, yeah, they could just use a little bit more. This product, just like this, I find this product from CoverGirl to be very wet of a product, like a lot comes out compared to some of the other eyebrow gels. But this one claims to be volumizing, and that it is. I don't mind it. It's pretty good. Yeah, so there's my eyebrows. Those are on. I feel like if I were to just have a simple makeup day, I would definitely probably just do my eyebrows and mascara and moisturizer. Those are probably the three things if I were to just want to be kind of simple. Okay, let's start with primer. My moisturizer is soaked into my skin really nicely, and I think we're ready to play. So this is gonna be the primer that I am using, just a master primer from Maybelline. Now most of this you can actually just get from Target, so it's really nice. This product I'm going to use about that much, and I will apply this one with my hands. Now what primer is going to do is it's going to kind of fill in some of your pores, so that way when you wear makeup it doesn't look too bad throughout the day. It's going to help, you know, when you get creases here or up here, it's gonna help prevent that, so that way your makeup can last longer throughout the day. As far as primers, they do have options for matte primers, dewy primers, so whatever your skin preferences are. Let's say you have oily skin, you're gonna want a matte foundation. It is important to know what kind of skin that you have before you put on your foundation, because if you have more of an oily skin, that makeup may just run off of your face throughout the day, and putting on a matte primer beforehand is really gonna be your friend. It's really gonna keep that foundation from moving around. My skin, I actually have more dry skin, so kind of whatever I use is gonna be just fine. Something basic, just kind of like this. The one that I do have is a blur and pore minimizing one, just to, you know, kind of give my face a smoothed over look. So that's really nice. Now I'm gonna let that sit for just a moment and really just get on the face, but when you apply a primer, it's gonna be kind of sticky on the face, so that way it can really stick on to your foundation and hold well and last longer. Okay, for this product, I'm gonna use a brush for this, and then we'll go ahead and I'll show you how to use a makeup blending sponge. I have learned throughout the years, one thing I've always been kind of bad about is using too much foundation. So always just start with a little bit. You don't want to look too cakey face. I'm gonna go in with just this much and we'll dab it. You know, my cheeks are a little bit more red. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this on. With a brush, it is good to go in with circular motions, just like this. And then get underneath the chin a little bit just to make everything look a little bit more natural. All right, now that I've got that kind of pushed throughout the face pretty well, I'm actually gonna go in with this sponge, and how you're gonna use this is you just push it into the face and dab it around. A good spot to get is going to be right here in your nose, and then like the lines on your face. Those are gonna be spots that you definitely wanna be able to like blend out pretty well so that way they, you know, stay looking nice a little bit longer. And we'll get right up in here. Yeah, I'm gonna go in with just a little bit more. I got some redness still showing through on my cheeks. Oops. Maybe too much. Ooh, we'll see. Let's just cover that redness here quick. Okay, now that that is done, I'm gonna once again go back in with this and just push all that in. I think this looks really nice. Now you've got this end, which is good for a full face, and then you do have these corners to really just get in there. So we'll go like that. All right, so that should be good for foundation. That was pretty easy. Now I know one rule of thumb is if you use cream products, you use your cream products and then the final touch is going to be powder. You never want to put cream on and then let's say you apply a blush powder. You're not gonna wanna go over any of that with another cream product again, otherwise it's all gonna mush together very poorly and it's just not gonna look good and you'll just run into the chances of having to do your makeup again. And we do not have time for that. The next item that we're going to be using is going to be this CoverGirl concealer. Everybody has their preferences on where they want to use this, but I'm just going to be using this under my eyes. I know some people use it on their chin and their forehead as well, and maybe around their mouth, but I don't need to use that much. So whatever you need to conceal and cover, you do you. That's fantastic either way. So here we go. I'm just gonna do 3 dots. Now this is really going to brighten up this area. Just make me look like I got a good night's sleep last night. And then for this product, I'm actually gonna go in with this Morphe M173 brush. I really have loved this brush for concealer. It's really nice. So we'll just go like this. I kind of bring it down a little bit. You know, I've got a little bit of redness on my cheeks, so it really helps. And I do bring it up into here just to make it look like it flows really nicely on the skin. So this is what we have. That looks really nice. Okay, I like that. That's a good touch. So to add some color to my face, I'm actually now gonna go in with a blush, just so I don't look so one-toned. I will go in with my blush here and my Morphe R14 brush for that. I always just tap off a little bit so that way I don't look too crazy. And now I know online there are charts that you can look up to see the best places for you to put your blush. Let's just say you have an heart-shaped face, a square, whatever type of faces that there are out there, whatever you may have, there may be a better way for you to apply the blush. So to each their own, otherwise you can just play with it and see which way you like it best. I love a hint of blush. It looks so nice all the time. Okay. Now I am just, because I don't use bronzer, I'm actually just gonna go ahead and go up here with a little bit of this. And with this product, it's not so red because it has this like gold reflex in it. So that's why I feel comfortable applying some of this up here just to give me a little bit of color throughout the face. I'll just kind of cover the nose just a tad bit with anything that's left over. Then it kind of looks like we've been sitting in the sun for a while. So that looks really nice. That's gonna be our face products. So now we can go ahead and play with some eyeshadow. Okay, now that the eyeshadow primer has really done its job and is sticking down, we can play with some eyeshadow. I really like the brand ColourPop. I've got this here, All Things Equinox. ColourPop is a very affordable brand. They've got anything that you're looking for. They're always coming out with new things, and this is just, it's not neutral, but it's like you know, a purple neutral, and I really like that. I'm gonna start with this color right here, and I'm just gonna kind of put a base down up at the top. Yeah, ColourPop, for, you know, being extremely affordable, their products are very nice. They blend out very well. They have good pigment, as you can see here. I mean, that was just one time, and that looks really nice. What we do to one eye, we'll do the other. And then I'm actually gonna go in with another blending brush here, and I'm gonna pick up some of this purple that is here in the middle. And I'm just going to put that on the bottom half. I'm just gonna go for like a, I mean, I wouldn't say this is exactly simple, but nothing crazy. You know, sometimes when you play with the eyeshadow, sometimes it does take quite a bit of blending to be able to get something to look nice. You always want to blend, blend, blend. No harsh lines. Everything should flow very nicely into one another. Yeah, and I'm gonna take that just to like the outer corner to almost the front half. In the front half, we're gonna save that spot for something brighter, just to brighten up the eyes a little bit. And here I'm gonna use one of these eyeshadow brushes just to kind of push down some product. And there I'm gonna go in with this, something nice and bright. And we're just gonna staple this into the corner. Kind of brighten that up. When it comes to doing your makeup, there's really no wrong way of doing it. I know some people do their eyeshadow first and then the foundation, and that's gonna be just so that way when you're applying the eyeshadow, none of that falls onto the foundation that you had just put on. So I don't know, it does work either way. Some days I do it that way, some days I'll just do this way. But you know, Like I said, there's no wrong way to doing it. Okay, so I think that's gonna be good. Just gonna deepen up that purple a little bit more. And because we did just apply that and it looks like a little bit got down on my face, I'm gonna go and just grab one of these large brushes and just, I don't know, see if I can just brush any of that away. Another eye product that I love to use is going to be an eyeliner. And I'm actually using the Stila eyeliner today. This is a liquid eyeliner. One thing I'm starting to notice as I do my makeup more is I really like the liquid eyeliners compared to like the pencils. Something more like this. I've always used one of these and they are fantastic, but the long wear of like a liquid eyeshadow is just so much better. It looks more precise. The black stays black longer. We could say that. And I'm just gonna take this blending brush just to hold down my skin so that way I do not mess up my makeup. You know, and this might be another reason why I like to do sometimes my eyes first, is because then I can just really get in there and not worry about smudging any of the progress that I've already made. I am a sucker for doing too much black eyeliner on my eyes, but I don't know, there's that so far. We'll get to the other one. Okay, now in this instance, this really sucks for me, but I like this one better. You can still see a little bit of the eyeshadow, and there's a little bit of a wing there, which never asked me to do a wing liner. I don't think I could do a wing liner to save my life, but that looks pretty cute. But anyway, so the thing that sucks about this now is this eye has too much black eyeliner and this one has like the perfect amount. That is just beautiful. But it is what it is. This is in those times where you try to fix your eyeliner and then you go thicker and thicker until almost your entire eye is just eyeliner. So what am I gonna do in this situation? I guess I'm gonna have to add more eyeliner here because I don't think taking a liquid eyeliner off is gonna be that easy without having to redo the whole thing. All right, so there's that. I really like the eyeshadow. I think it looks really nice. And I love using a eyeliner. A finishing touch on the eyes is gonna be some mascara, so we're just gonna apply some of that. I know one way that you can apply it that's really nice is going to be you bring it to the base, you kind of shake it a little bit, and bring it up. That's gonna be able to get like a good volume to your eyelashes. That's something I've recently learned instead of, you know, just throwing it through like that. I'm not really one for fake eyelashes. I know they have the new magnetic ones and I am highly interested in that, but like, I feel like that's too glam for me. I love being able to showcase my eyeshadow. This step can take a while too, so don't be afraid to like really go in with some good mascara. One thing that I do like about using a pencil eyeliner is going to be the fact that you can really get up into your waterline and just kind of like make sure there's no gaps in between your eyeliner and your eye. Yeah, just kind of like getting right up in there is one thing that I like. Otherwise, I do like to add just a touch down here. Kind of makes the eyes appear a little bit bigger. You see how that just Yeah, that's really cute, huh? Yeah, I think that's a really nice touch to add. Okay, back in with the mascara on this eye. Now that we've got the top mascara on, I always go in with just a tad bit on the bottom, just to give the lower lashes their moment. And the most frustrating part about mascara is getting it on the face. Perfect. We are just about finished with this look, and I really like how it's coming together. I'm just gonna go in with some lip gloss here. We cannot forget highlighter. I've got a highlighting brush for that. This is just gonna be from e.l.f. and it is a highlighter brush. I've got my Jeffree Star Cosmetics highlighter. Now you can use any highlighter that you would like. Morphe has some good highlighters. Jeffree Star is fantastic. I know Milani from Target has some good ones. Just see what you like out there. Some of them are gonna have more glitter than others, and some of them are gonna be a little bit more on the natural side. So it's kind of whatever you like. If you want everybody to know you have a beautiful highlighter on your face, you do that. But all right, so this highlighter is actually just going to be applied up here. It's going to catch the light throughout the day. Yeah, it's just a really nice touch to make your skin look kind of dewy. So let's go ahead. Yeah, just like that. Right above the blush. Now some people do like to bring it down to like the cheeks of their skin, and it really makes their skin like look like it has a nice plump to it. But I don't know. Some days I like to do it like that and some days I don't. And then here we'll just bring it up here a little bit. Another popular spot for highlighter is going to be just the tip of the nose and right around here. Some people do use it above their lip, but I just put so much lip gloss on. I do not need, they almost have their own highlighter. Now I did make a little mistake and we're gonna fix that here. And that's gonna be, I brought that, you can see the highlighter just gleaming right there. That is not my preference. I do not care for that. That is too much for me. So I'm just gonna go ahead and clean that up with this wet wipe here. And you know, one other option you can do is take your foundation brush and kind of just whatever may be left on there, do that. There, that looks much better. You can't even see it. Okay, now that my highlighter is applied and it looks really nice, I have had, when I've used other highlighting brushes, I've had just a straight line of highlighter. That didn't look so nice, but I'm really finding that this brush here from e.l.f. really creates just a nice look. It doesn't look like just a straight line. Last but not least, setting spray. This one from Morphe is fantastic. It has a really nice, a really nice spray to it. It's the continuous spray mist. Really like that. So let's go ahead. Everything is in place. We don't have to wait any certain amount of time. So let's go ahead and get this on. You can spray, I don't know, 10 inches away from your face, whatever you prefer. Don't get too close, then you'd have clumps. I know some setting sprays, they can just like, when they spray out, they get like little dots of just wet on the face, and that can really not sit nicely on your face. So getting something that has like a continuous spray is really good. So we're gonna go ahead and go with this. Okay. Now what this is actually going to do for your makeup is it's gonna melt all of that cream and powder together, so that way it looks like they go well together. That's gonna make my highlighter kind of melt into my face a little bit more, maybe melt into the blush that I put on. That's gonna help any creasing in my nose here. And then even with the eyeshadow, that'll kind of help lock that in place a little bit more than that eyeshadow primer had done. It kind of just melts everything together, and it's a really nice touch. And like I said, not only does it feel luxurious, but yeah, it's fun to put on too. So with that being said, I believe this is my makeup look for the day, and I really like the way that this turned out. Kind of sucks that we're all wearing masks right now and I'm gonna have to cover up all that foundation, but hey, my skin looks good today and I'm not complaining. All right, thank you for watching. I appreciate you watching this makeup basic application 101 video, and I do have lots more video ideas coming up, so why don't you stay around for that. Hit that subscribe button and please give this video a like. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye!